All right, here at No Reserve, we have our 1995 Nissan Extended Cab 4x4. It's an all-original truck, never had any paint work done. It's called Vivid Teal Pearl, which is a really beautiful color. I did some pictures of it in the sun and some shaded areas. It kind of changes color a little bit. At nighttime, it looks like a darker green. And then in the daytime in the sun, it pops this nice green color here. It's a 4-cylinder, 5-speed, manual transmission, 4x4. It's got AC that blows cold. Really clean truck. Really all original except for the weld wheels. It's got 16-inch weld wheels with some Wild Country all-terrain tires, but it does come with its factory 15-inch chrome wheels that you'll see in the pictures. All its original owner's manuals. It's got the original stereo still in. Just a really untampered truck. It has its original brochure. So it's just a beautiful truck. These Nissans are extremely hard to find and been shooting up in price. They always kind of followed quite a ways behind the Toyotas, but Toyotas got out of control and gobbled up, and the Nissans have definitely been chasing down in prices and will increase throughout the years. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to step around front. It's got the dark gray interior. You just can't beat this hard body style. I see these trucks and just reminds me of the late 80s and early 90s and the Mickey Thompson Baja days, the stadium racing, with these factory kind of wide body bulge fender flares are kind of something you don't see on any other truck. And the paint's in great shape. You know, it's working on its way up to 30 years old, so it does have some chips. You know, she's a couple years shy of 30 years old. You know, a little bit of clear coat right here, and on the other fender I'll show you that area. Couple small dings is it, which is really hard to find because they've got no paint damage. So there's a little ding there. I see a need throughout the body as I'm going around. I'll point out, and there's a little ding on right here you can kind of see. And they got no paint damage, so you could PDR them. But I'll start here. It was purchased new just north of here up at Hinton Nissan. Still got its license plate frames, which is always really cool to see. Just shows the originality of it. Now rear valance, the lower valance doesn't have any damage, but you know, you got your stone chips. You know, you got a little chip in the corner light there, it gives a little star, but no, the coves are still, cutout coves are still a nice gray color, a little bit of fading in them. You know, you will have some little chips, some little peppering in the chrome throughout, but it still represents nice, got good reflection on the chrome. There's a little ding in the hood right there, you'll see. Why I'm thinking about it, I'll take you over here. It's got a little bit of clear coat issues, and then the very top, which you can't see, didn't even notice actually when I bought it. I just kind of looked up like this, and you know, so amazed by the truck, I would have bought it anyway. But there is some clear coat that you'll see in the photos up there. So if you really wanted to, you could just get the roof done. But in my opinion, it looks great the way it is. The door sweeps are in nice condition. Nice chrome mirrors. It's nice to see it's got all the chrome package, the black factory fender flares. I'll take you around here. You know, you do have some entry little chips. You know, you'll see, it's kind of tough to see because you see the reflection of the black top, but you know, you do have stone chips and stuff like that along the bottom as expected. It doesn't have any fender flares. Here is the factory like clear protectant from rock chips. I don't really know why they just put it here, but this is just some dirt underneath there. It's not rust or anything on the body, so you could just take that off if you want to with a heat gun. You can see the paint between here is really nice. Inside the bed's in great shape. Bulkhead isn't all dented in. You know, you have some scuffs and stuff like that on the ridges and the fenders, but no big dents. You know, nobody's been dropping gravel or cement loads in here. All the glass is original, with the Nissan logo in each corner, except for the front windshield's been replaced at some point. And it doesn't have any chips or anything, no scratches. Valance is in nice shape. I love those weld wheels. I mean, if those aren't your taste, I mean, those things are bringing anywhere from $1,000 to you know, on up on eBay. I've seen some sets of 8-lug ones go for like $2,500 in the 16-inch. It's pretty amazing. Those are a fully forged wheel. They're not a cheap aftermarket, so they're just as strong, if not stronger, than the original wheels. Exhaust is nice and clean, no exhaust leaks. You know, you'd have your little chips and stuff like that. Rear tail lenses look nice. Bumper's in really nice condition. It's never towed anything. You know, never missed a trailer and dented anything in. These are in really nice shape, which is oftentimes those are just knocked off or gone. Bumper pads are nice, no you know, lifting up, broken tabs, just a tiny scuff right here. It's a little bit faded, but really looks really nice. And it looks like they lowered the tailgate down on something that may have been right here, and it's kind of scratched up right here. Didn't dent it or anything. So it probably was something light. It probably squished whatever was on there. It's got the diamond plate bed rails, which really go good with the wheels. You know, no big side loading scratches. Inside the gas door is just really nice and clean, just like you should see. No overspray, never been had any paint work done. Couple little scratches here, but no big dents. Just, you know, a lot less than you would typically expect on a truck of this age. You know, these little stone chips down there. Again, just really nice shine to this. You can see the reflection of me throughout. Okay, there's a little tiny ding right there. A lot of these are tough to see. I don't even notice them until I'm kind of going around with you guys. And there's a little ding right there. Again, the door felts are really nice. Mirrors are all nice, not broken. Black rubbers are looking good. Lots of tread left on the tires. So if this, you know, if you like an all stock look, which to me this is a nice mix between stock and aftermarket. It's kind of period correct wheels. These were kind of a huge deal in the 2000s and 90s. So it's got the dark gray interior, manual windows, again AC. It does have some, it looks like aftermarket speakers in here, but still has the factory CD player. Everything works there. AC. My son popped this off. This is just a fill-in piece because it doesn't have any options to go here. So I do have one on the way. So when you get it, this piece will be here. All it looks like is this. It popped off and I have no idea where it even went. So dash is nice, no cracks. Some little scuffs, kind of like, you know, this is kind of passenger scuffs. Stuff that, you know, maybe loading up a suitcase up here. These are pretty vulnerable, easy to do. 90s plastics, kind of scratch, kind of easy. But no fading or cracking in any of it. Bucket seats are in phenomenal condition. This side only has a little mark right there, and then the driver's side's just got a little hole here. It's not a burn, it's never been smoked in, no issues, but looks like maybe, like, you know, you had a sharp item that pushed through there. It's got the rear bump seats. This is the factory spot for speakers, so it's not aftermarket. This little metal piece is kind of common. I've had a few of these Nissans throughout the day. It just kind of gets a little bit of some areas of surface rust. Super easy to do. You could they actually come a different color than the rest of the trim. So anyway, so you could just unscrew these and just shoot them a nice gray. The only downside, really biggest flaw in the interior is the headliner is starting to sag a little bit. When it gets warm, it does suck up. So, but it's one of those things you got to kind of look up for. Carpet's in nice condition. It's got WeatherTech mats. I'll pull up and do some pictures of that. You know, the carpet's not perfect. There's a little bit of discoloring, a little bit of fading. You'll see, like in the entry here, it's a little bit discolored, but it's in good shape overall. Just a little bit of entry dirt. You probably, if you really are, you're really crazy, you probably could get after it and clean it up a little bit. A ton of underside photos. I think I have 30 underside photos. Really clean underside. No rust. Always a Northwest truck. Spent most of its life over in Eastern Washington. It's got 172,455. Steering wheel's in nice condition. Seats super nice. Factory decal. You know, and no real, just a couple little, maybe a little mark right there on the, but it's not a hole or crack or anything. Just a little discoloring in the vinyl. Both windows roll up and down really nice and smooth. Both doors lock. So I'll take you underneath the hood real quick. We will do a driving video too, and sometimes we post some other videos along the way if people request. You can see it's really, you know, nice and clean and honest. You can see along the blocks, not full of grease or dirt. Runs really good. You know, everything's as it should be. This piece is often missing. A lot of times on the rubber piece here for the core support, those little black things will be broken off because somebody got in there. Factory air cleaner, never messed with. Factory decals. I've never taken off road and gone through a bunch of mud and didn't get that film all over the inside. So, all right, this is 1995 Nissan extended cab 4x4. This is going at no reserve, so good luck to everybody.